Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to jump into a part of English grammar that you use all the time, probably without even realizing it. We're talking about the imperative, and you might be surprised to find out it's not always about being bossy. So let's dive right in and see how this one simple tool really shapes so much of how we talk to each other. Right. We've all heard this one before, haven't we? It's that classic direct command. It is sharp, it is super clear, and it tells someone exactly what to do. Yeah, not a lot of wiggle room with that one. But then you've got this. This is warm, it's friendly, it's just a really nice wish. You say this to somebody you care about, right? And it feels completely, totally different from that last slide. So on one hand, you have a strict order, and on the other, a really kind wish. I mean, on the surface, they seem like complete opposites. So what on earth could they possibly have in common when it comes to grammar? And there you have it. They are both imperatives. And this is exactly why imperatives are so fascinating. They're this powerful, super flexible tool that goes way, way beyond just giving orders. So in this explainer, we're going to unpack all the different ways you can use them. So here's our game plan. We'll start by talking about what imperatives really are. Then we'll look at the two simple rules for building them. We'll explore just how versatile they are, learn how to tweak their tone, and then we'll finish up with a little challenge for you. All right, first things first. Let's make sure we've got a solid foundation. What exactly is the imperative mood, and what is it really trying to do? Okay, so at its heart, the imperative mood is all about directing someone to do something. The verb is really the star of the show, and it's always talking to an implied you. It doesn't matter if you're telling you to stop or wishing you have a nice day, the basic structure is exactly the same. So now that we know what it is, let's check out how incredibly simple it is to actually build one. Seriously, there are only two golden rules you need to remember. Rule number one, always start with the base form of the verb. That means no S's, no INGs, no EDs at the end, just the simple core verb like go, listen, or be. And rule number two, just remember you're always talking to you, even if you don't actually say the word. That's why we can just say listen, and everybody knows exactly who we're talking to. Now, this is a great slide because it shows the most common ways people get tripped up. So often, people want to add an S to the verb, like in makes a toy rabbit. But you got to remember, rule number one, base verb only. So it's make a toy rabbit. Oh, and check out that last one. With an adjective like happy, the base verb you need is be, not are, not is, just be happy. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. We're moving past the grammar rules and into the real world. Let's see all the different ways this one little tool gets used in our day-to-day conversations. So first up, the one we all think of, commands. These are direct, they're urgent, and you usually use them when you need action right away. Think of a parent, a teacher, maybe a police officer. The imperative here is all about authority. And here, you can really see their helpful side. Imperatives are basically the backbone of instructions. I mean, from recipes to your GPS, they give us clear step-by-step guidance. They're not being bossy here, they're just essential for getting something done right. See how the whole feeling just changes here? This is where imperatives become social tools. They can be a polite request or a warm, welcoming invitation. It just goes to show that telling someone what to do can also be about making them feel included and comfortable. Imperatives are also how we look out for each other. When you give advice like, don't listen to her, you're trying to guide someone. And a sharp warning like, watch out, well, that's an imperative used to protect someone from danger right now. It's direct for a very good reason. And that brings us full circle, right back to that friendly side we started with. We use imperatives all the time to offer encouragement and share good vibes. Don't give up can be such a powerful motivator. And have a nice day is probably one of the most common and kindest things we say to each other. So we've seen just how many different hats imperatives can wear. Now let's get practical and focus on how to master their tone so you can use them in pretty much any situation. I mean, just look at that. Look at the difference one little word can make. Turn off the music. Could sound pretty harsh, like an order, but you just pop a please in there, and instantly, it's a polite request. The tone is everything. Here are 3 awesome ways to soften your imperative. Please is pretty much the magic word. Or you can rephrase it as a question, like, would you mind? Which gives the other person a feeling of choice. And using let's, that's a great one. It turns a command into a friendly, collaborative suggestion. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, from the basic rules to the subtle art of getting the tone just right. So let's wrap this up with the key things you should really take away from all this. So if there's one big thing to remember, it's this. Just forget that old idea that imperatives are only for being bossy. They're an absolutely essential, super flexible part of our language for everything from giving instructions to offering encouragement. The rules are easy, and mastering the tone is your key to using them like a pro. And that's your challenge for the rest of today. Just listen. Listen to your friends, your family, what you hear on TV, and just see how many different kinds of imperatives you notice. I think you'll be amazed at how this simple little tool is shaping our conversations all day, every day. Thanks for tuning in.